we rise together. Halfway up, it feels like forever, but we move step in step all the way. Home plate, hands in the air now. Every laugh and answer prayer now. We shout it loud. We live our home day. Drifting away. Laugh, play, build. Laugh, play, build. Laugh, play, drifting away. Build, laugh, play.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Wednesday, feeling fine. It's a hump day vibe.
Mike.
Mike, every life from the morning till the night. We keep it going strong. Waffle, give
What up,
away.
everybody?
Yeah.
Welcome to another wonderful Waffle Wednesday.
Building peace.
How's everybody doing today? Let's go.
We're on that
We got to get that waffle thing going on. We're gonna test it right now. We're gonna test the waffle thing right now. Here we go. Here we go. Synchronizing watches. Synchronizing watches here in 3, 2, 1.
It's a hump day, so let's make some
Uh-oh,
memories.
guess what day it is?
Oh, and I forgot I changed the timer.
Guess what day it is.
Let's see how it works, though.
Anybody? Julie.
There we go.
Hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike?
What up? What up?
The Red Man just resubbed for 11 months. Waffle time.
Almost 1 year, baby. Thank you for it, man. Appreciate the 11 months. Mr. Light coming in as well with a 7-stream streak. Let's go. Thank you much. Good to see you coming back for more waffles. Hope everybody's doing good. Oh, man, we got a lot in store packed in here for your wonderful Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope everybody's hanging in there. Oh, man. We got something new on the table. Something I haven't seen before. And we're going to be taking a look at the new Vision 330 today. It's kind of like an out of nowhere kind of case. It's going to be kind of fun. We didn't have it at CES. It's brand new. That one was for you, Utter. It's brand new. But yeah, dude, I'm excited for this. I haven't actually looked at the case fully yet. It's still sealed in the box. So we're gonna be taking a look at that today. Probably gonna run a little bit shorter of a stream. I got the waffle. We're gonna probably waffle a little earlier than we normally do. But a lot of you, my wafflers that are ready already, you guys know what's up. You're already getting in on it. So get going on that. And of course, we'll have our waffle stuff going on. Yeah, we got to check out a new case. Checking out a new case and everything. How's everybody doing? Happy hump day. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Oh, man. You're breaking up my week. You guys are breaking up my week, man. It's been a lot. We've been doing so much for our setups for PAX East coming up pretty soon. End of this month. I mean, man, it's already the 11th. Happy 311 day as well out there to all of my 311 fans. Happy 311. Yesterday was Mario Day. I was thinking of me. It's a me, Mario. It's a me. I got to meet the guy that does the voice acting. It's still one of my favorite photos. Good old Charles. Good old Charles. This guy Box right here. He says pancakes are better. What's this guy? What's this all about right here? What's this guy? What's this all about? What's this all about? I bought the Dino game. All right, waffles are going good. Let me make sure. How's my YouTubers? Are we tubing over on YouTubes? We are. Have a hump day, YouTube. What up? What up? Yeah, everything's doing good. Oh yeah. Indeed. I bought the boxes rip. Tubing. Yep. Yep. I miss custom cooling, man. I want to do some more custom cooling. I really, really do. I really do. Maybe with the 60 series cards, they might need 4 Gen 5 connectors, or maybe it'll be a Gen 6 connector by then. Who knows? And then maybe we'll need like 2 radiators per graphics card or something crazy like that. That could make a comeback. That could make a comeback where we literally have to have like a car radiator to cool our GPU. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Maybe air cooling will have a comeback, you know? Never know. Never know. They'll be like, hey, just kidding. We dropped the wattage.
Guess what day it is?
We dropped the wattage, guys. It's only 125
Anybody?
watts now.
Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on. I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Kenneth!
Kenneth32374 just resubbed for 28 months.
Let's go.
Robeat, let's go. Robeat, let's go. Robeat, let's go. Therma20 waffles. Therma20 waffles. Therma20 waffles.
Thank you much, man.
Therma20 waffles. Therma20 waffles. Therma20 waffles.
You need a second case, dude. Like external radiator stuff like starts making a comeback, and now you have that the little tower reservoir that's just a reservoir and or a pump combo, and it's just an extension of your PC case being. Oh man, those are the days, huh? Those were the days. That stuff got pretty crazy back then, man. That stuff got pretty crazy back then. Mora waffles. More waffles for you. No pancakes here. No, there's no pancakes here. Oh man, oh man. All right, let's get into it. Like I said, we're gonna probably wrap it up a little early today. I got some things going on, but dude, I'm super excited, man. Like you guys, I mean, we put so much effort into making this experience for PAX East that, I mean, it's not just about setting up a system and having, you know, little Timmy come by and play the games, little Billy, little Susie, you know what I mean? We're gonna have riding. We're gonna have a real ride. We're gonna be the Disneyland of PAX East there. I'm gonna be curious to see if somebody has more rides than we will. We're gonna be coming out. We're coming out hard. We're coming out hard. We got a big booth. Dude, we're gonna have gaming systems deals. We're gonna have giveaways. And probably a pretty crazy racing experience. I think many people haven't really gotten a taste of, and I think even for like myself, where I mean, you know, hey, I work for the company that makes this stuff, but getting to put all these things together, being able to drive and feel the product, you know what I mean? That's the thing, right? You got to say product. You can't call it a steering wheel. It's the product, you know what I mean? Those CEO guys, right? But I think that just the last couple of weeks, you know, just getting everything set up, dialing in everything, not just hardware wise, like putting the cockpit and bolting the seat in and locking the wheel into place. Like that's like the easy stuff, right? But just all the different, like, I think I went down a pretty big rabbit hole called Assetto Corsa. And I think the mod community there is a refreshing look at a whole new direction that I can go in with stuff. I'm a big fan of modding games, building game servers, being able to have fun, do a lot of stuff. I love changing and modifying DAD files. I've had that passion for many years. And this is really kind of scratching an itch that I haven't had in a good minute.
Me too. All right.
Let's go, Smoke. Appreciate you, buddy.
S_M_O_K_3_. Therma20 Waffles.
Hell yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And Quicksta coming in with the 25 stream streak, baby. Thank you. Thank you for hanging in there. Sorry we were gone a couple of weeks, man. Like I was saying, you just getting the pack stuff. I mean, I can't be more genuine with you guys, like that. I want a good experience there at the booth if people want to come by. And I think that we're going to be able to deliver some really neat things. I like how that all the racing is not going to be the same either. We're going to have different styles and different feels, and you'll kind of be able to feel the price difference. And I think that was one of the big things that I was just trying to like, okay, all right, so this is this, that is that. Okay, all right, if I want to go here, I want to go there with it. Like, you know, from your basic stuff. I mean, this isn't like the plug and play $300 wheel kit that you buy at Best Buy, right? This is something where you have several different buttons and you enjoy that you have several different buttons to configure. Granted, like I said, went down a pretty fun rabbit hole here of this, the modded cars, the modded tracks, all the different experiences and everything like that. I mean, I hope it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to see the feedback from everybody. I get to interact with people there at the show, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And I mean, dude, that's coming up quick too. I mean, we are already on the 11th. I mean, that's in 2 weeks. There'll be no stream on the 25th. I'll let you guys know next week as well, as I'll be traveling to Boston for PAX East. But yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff in store. Yeah, most of that stuff's going to be getting packed up this week and be heading its way to Boston really soon. Really soon. So a lot of fun. I'm super excited for it. I won't be around for this year, but I'm sure the booth will be a hit. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I mean, I think we're gonna have a good amount of coverage out there too. I mean, you'll probably be seeing me doing the fun little stage activities, giveaway stuff. I'm so excited about that. The only thing that was kind of holding me back to doing something specific was that the event starts on a Thursday. If the event started on a Wednesday, holy wowzers, would Wednesday be popping off with a hump day type of deal. But you know, I get it. You know, people got to work. We do too. Thursdays, I would say, are usually a little bit light, but I mean, getting into all the config stuff, being able to do like all the things that we found out, like that we learned, bro, on what was all involved with that. And we got our normal programming planned out for our 4 days, but then we also got some other fun stuff that we could basically turn on and off just for some funsies, you know, depending on the crowd and depending on what we got going on. So hopefully it'll be a good one. Hopefully it'll be a good one, man. I'm excited for it. We put a lot of effort into it, so hopefully everything's going good, man. Hopefully everything's going good. Now, something new here for this week, and coming very soon. We don't have the website up just yet on our USA.com page, but we are going to be having it up very soon, as well as this new case that we're going to be talking about today. The Vision 330 will be up. I mean, I would say it could be by the end of the week. And likely more or less, we have the shipment already, so that should go in stock if you are looking to grab this case. First, ThermaltakeUSA.com will probably be the best place to look. And, you know, this case coming in at only $99 MSRP US. I think a lot of people are gonna go, you know, you got some options here now. And, you know, I like that, you know, we just talked about the View 370 coming in at $100 as well. So like there's some cool little options more or less at the same price point, kind of similar on sizes and everything like that too. So I think it's giving people some different fish tank options for what they might be looking at. And you know, we're definitely not trying to push like some $200 case or, you know, even $150 case for that you know, look at the market. Look at what's going on, you know, with pricing of everything, right? So we're definitely trying to not, I guess, hurt your wallet even more when you're in the unfortunate situation of trying to get a PC today. You know what I mean? 2026 is, you know, still looking pretty rough, man. We don't got too much going on, and you know, it doesn't seem like the prices are coming down, and they're saying, oh, we got plans for 2030 to make it so the chips are faster. I'm like, cool, well, what about 2026? I mean, it's like, come on, man, what are we doing here? Hello, my Waffleholics. Yeah, that's us. Waffleholics. I like it. I like it. But yeah, you guys, we're going to probably be doing an early waffle. Probably going to go for about 2 hours today. Might not go too much longer and everything like that. But hey, let's take a look at the View 330. Kind of wrap this around as far as what we got on the website. And then, hey, we're going to dive into the box. Open it for the first time. For the first time. Witness protection coming in with the 4 months. Thank you so much. 4x4. Let's go. Make sure you're protected, witness protection. Make sure you keep people safe. Keep people safe. It's important. It's important. Dropped a new bang or two on the Discord and the live stream chat. You know, coming out with some new little Waffle Hump Day songs for you guys. So yeah, the Vision 330. Let me see if I make this. Yeah, there we go. Vision 330. This is an ARGB mid-tower case. Comes in, gives you a lot of the same similar features that you'd see. We'll be going through that here as we explore the case, doing our unboxing and overview. But you're going to see a lot of the same similar things that we've been doing in a lot of our cases like this. You know, giving like, you know, simple stuff like motherboard backwards connector support. So this case can be another one of those cases. It's going to offer that backwards connectivity to it. I kind of peeked a little bit on the website, but let's kind of browse through here. I wanted to have fun with actually not necessarily seeing this case in person before stream, and that is rare because usually stuff like this I see it at Computex, I see it at CES, we see it before. We have like the engineering sample, we have, you know, the concept version of the case that's going to come out sooner, or you know it's going to come out later, but we're going to have like a, you know, like a concept to kind of give you an idea, like the retro series and stuff like that. So this one's kind of fresh and I'm excited. So and it's a very unique shape with the box too. You'll have to take a look. It's definitely not that elongated type of fish tank that you're going to see. It might be some interesting looks for some people. Not necessarily short on space, but you just don't want such a big ass case in there, you know, on your desk or wherever you end up putting it. You know what I mean? But you know, supporting up to ATX form factor. I like our little website action we got going on here too. 4mm curved tempered glass. Yes, that's a curved tempered glass panel. Yeah, we've been doing these for a while, like several years now. So that one shouldn't worry about too much. A good amount of
We
fan
have made
support.
a change at work. Helen Waite is the new service manager. If you need service, go to Helen Waite.
Is that right next to the complaint department that has the hand grenade that says take one? Would you like to file a complaint? My grandpa had one of those, dude. It was hilarious. But yeah, a lot of clearance and stuff. I know a lot of people always ask me about like, hey, does this fit? Does that work? We should have most of this information on the website. So please feel free to take a look at the website. If you're not just kind of browsing the different panels that we have here, you can always get a nice simple breakdown by going over to our specifications page. If there's certain things that you want to know about motherboard sizing, fitment, total fan support, quantity and sizing, and locations. I mean, you know, all the dimensions of the case. I know sometimes that matters. We put it both in millimeters and inches, guys. We got everything in there. I mean, you know, even if you're curious, is this an actual mid tower? We're like, oh, look, we got it. It's right there. It says it's a mid tower. So that means it must be a mid tower, right? As well as, you know, clearance stuff like that. Because, you know, certain things are important, like how long of a graphics card can I fit in this thing? Because that's still a thing today, right? Yo, double 360 rad, I'll check it out. right, because I think this one does a 360 on the top, but wait till you see it, because the size, it's, you know, it's a mid tower, so it's a little bit smaller, but it's not necessarily small like this way as much as it's this way. It almost is kind of cubish per se. You know what I mean? So we'll be taking a look. I think when you see with the case, you'll have like a decent understanding here. So we'll take a look at that. But then you also have a couple other radiator support options. But the top 360, I think, is something you definitely need. I think that's really a make or break it for most people's cases today. I mean, if I'm not putting a 360 in there, I really don't know why I would need a case like that. If I'm doing like a 280 or something with today's hardware, I mean, yeah, I get it. There's a lot of different price points, different budgets and everything where it gives you some more wiggle room, but it is nice that it goes up to that 360. I feel that that's kind of like a standard nowadays. You know what I mean? I feel like length doesn't matter, but girth is a big deal. That's just my experience. Yep. The GPUs can be like a pancake sometimes. But dude, like, I mean, width of the graphics card or the actual overall thickness of it, not necessarily the height of the card, right? But like the sheer thickness of the card never really was a big deal. I mean, we were looking at 1, 2, maybe like a 2.5. You're like, 3 slots, no big deal, no problem. And then, yeah, they started creating these bricks of a graphics card. I mean, bro, this thing is as big, if not bigger, than the 360 radiator that's in here. I mean, let's be honest. You know what I mean? But hey, give you a nice little vision of it. But cool. It's a new name. I thought that was the other thing, because like I would look at this and I'd be like, hey, this is a view case. I mean, it looks just like some of the other views. It's got a familiar type of format like the View 380 or the View 290, even the View 370 as far as like, size-wise, but it's got its own little different things. But one thing that's unique about the Vision here is that it's the first like mid-tower case that we've done like a curved tempered glass panel on something like this. And we have more coming as far as other cases that we showed off at CES, and we'll probably have more of that info coming up here. What is it, end of May, early June for Computex? Will be out in Taiwan, so we'll have to see what new stuff's going to be coming even further after that. It's going to be kind of interesting to see how we create a product that's going to fit for your guys' market. You know what I mean? Where people are having to pay a lot more, over double, I would say, over triple on certain things. So hopefully we can get some easement, especially coming up on the holidays. You know what I mean? But yeah, take a look at the specifications. You can also go over to the downloads if you want to get the manual. It's got that fun little PDF thing right here. Kind of breaks down a little bit more that we don't necessarily put on the website, but like the screw sizes and everything. I mean, this is cool that we've been doing this for a while, where we tell you what screw it is, what size it is, with the length, the quantity, what it's for. So, like if you need some extra things or whatever, if you're just curious like what size it is because you want to like mod something or whatever, right? I mean, I think it's kind of important to have stuff like that in there. And then, nice little diagrams kind of breaking down, how stuff comes off. Like, oh, hey, please be careful. This is how the glass panel removes. So that's why we like to do this here on stream, so everybody can kind of get an idea. You know what I mean? You can always look back on this if you grab the case later and just get a nice little understanding of the case before you do your build. So at least that's my job here at Thermaltake. I'm here for you. ThermalMike at your service. But yeah, taking a look, mid-tower case, compatible with hidden motherboard connectors. So it's got, the little cutouts here if you're going to go with just about anybody that's making backwards boards nowadays. I mean, it's more or less, I guess, specifically these three. But you feel me? I'm curious to see if others do this. You think others are going to jump in on the backwards connector market? It's kind of just been these guys, and that's just been it. They're still making them. So it's not like it's like not happening. Like they're like, oh, nobody bought them in backwards connectors, so we're just going to stop making them. You know what I mean? We'll have to go see what's going on. And yeah, no, this is not on Thermaltake USA right now. It's going to probably be up either later today or later this week. But you can catch it over on thermaltake.com. Just go over here to products, go to chassis. It's going to tell you, hey, are you here from Canada or US? Just click that so it doesn't geo-track switch you over. And then, just scroll right down here. You'll see the Vision 330. We also got the TR200 series coming up next. So we'll probably be grabbing one of these guys to go over this and talk about, because this is going to be the micro ATX version, not the mini ITX version that the TR100 has. So this will probably be coming up next after we get our visions in on the Vision 330. But yeah, you can check it out if you want to see what's going on. We're gonna have this in 2 colors, both the black and the snow. And I've asked the questions too, like, hey, like, are we gonna do like colors in these ones for launch? It could be a possibility as far as seeing them coming out later on in the year. I mean, Chinese New Year, as well as a bunch of stuff going on with the market. You got to strategize a good amount of things. So I could kind of feel that we're not making this case in 12 different colors, just right for launch, but we'll see how the case goes. Similar like the View 370 in regards to what options we may do for colors then going forward, right? So, I'll keep you guys posted if some new stuff comes up, you know what I mean? Those things are kind of important, like to get that. But yeah, so Black and Snow, it's your premium fish tank look, but giving you a new vision, and it has the new fans on it. So we'll be taking a look at that. I think there was like pre-installed. The Vision's going to come with the Infinity ARGB reverse PWM fans. So there's going to be different fans configured on the case. Something we just kind of started doing to kind of see how everything's gonna, I guess like fit into like the, like with what the common configurations would be. So you're gonna be getting like a reverser intake through the bottom as well as coming in on the motherboard side. And then you get that single fan as a standard exhaust. Kind of like helping you out on that, because if we just threw like say if we threw 3 fans on the top instead of putting the ones on the bottom, you're more or less going to use the fans that come with your AIO, and then you're going to want to put these as like the intake, but then they're like standard fans, so then you got to flip them upside down. So I think we're thinking a good extra bit on this just by default. This really kind of just doesn't matter if you're going to be planning your own thing and doing your own thing with it, but I mean, they're not controller fans, so they really don't add too much to the cost here of the case. I mean, again, the case is coming in at $99.99 MSRP here in the US. So I feel that that's a pretty cool price for what you're gonna get. And a little picture, USB, Type-C, normal stuff, some storage options, because you do need some storage, you know what I mean? I know a lot of us are on flash memory for a lot of things, but still, you know what I'm saying? Happy hump day to you as well. Happy hump day to you. Oh gosh, I'm glad it's Wednesday. Got to waffle up. Get in on it, guys. We're going to be doing an early waffle today. So make sure you guys get in on it, okay? Probably going to waffle here pretty soon. Well, because I think, oh, wait. My waffle, let me refresh my waffle here. Yeah, like 30 minutes. We're going to try to see if we can do a little short stream. Like, I got people building things and doing stuff for PAX. I got to go back there.
Need to bring back BTX motherboards and cases. Give us a Thermaltake BTX case.
BTX case. But for what motherboard? I think I would say, I think I feel like that's going to be something you need to ask the motherboard companies.
Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie.
They got to make something that's going to work with it.
I know you can hear me. Mike.
Scissor-Man coming in with the gifty to Pig Radio.
Just subbed for 1 month.
Oink oink. Much love, Scissor-Man. Thank you, bro. Enjoy those waffles, Pig. Enjoy those waffles, baby. Waffle. That's right. So yeah, storage, IO. I like that we did the little color coordinated little fun stuff here, but the fan compatibility, radiator compatibility, or AIO compatibility. It's not necessarily custom cooling case. I get it. I know. I wish there was more bend the tube, not the knee, man. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we got these. I got the white one here on display today. So let's get it. Let's get into it. Let's switch it up here. Can I do this cool? Like, shoom. And then we'll do this. Wabba. I wish that thing wasn't so far to move it away, you know what I mean? Or like I'm just not doing this all on my own. All right, have like really cool more vision. Maybe I can figure out do some more do some more of that fun stuff. I don't know. But yeah, dude, I hope all you guys are doing good. It's a nice chill Wednesday. You guys are breaking up my week, and I hope I'm breaking up yours. I've been super busy with a lot of stuff going on to prepare for our PAX East, for our fun little racing experience, as well as many other things that we got going on. Can't tell you about it now, but I'll definitely tell you about it later. But today we're going to be taking a look at the new Vision 330. This is a one-piece curved tempered glass case in a mid-tower. It's got some backwards connector options, and it's got some cool new fans in there. This being the first case that we're gonna have with those new Infinities. Right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm excited to check it out and see what's going on. Definitely, again, something a little different. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is more. It's not your, like, how do I put this in perspective? It's not your longer case box. Hold on here. I got an idea. I'm being attacked. Okay, we're safe. Okay, but yeah, look at like this box in comparison. You can definitely already see width-wise and everything. I mean, kind of similar on height. I mean, I know I'm cheating here with this, but as you can see, box to box. I did this for you, box, by the way. I thought this would be funny. But like looking at the View 290 box in comparison to like the 330, it gives you a little, it's a little bit different. It's a little more cubic when you look at the two, as long as I don't push this thing off the end of the table, so you can actually see the difference here between this one and that one. So little bit difference with it, but the shortness, I'm trying to figure out how I was going to show you guys this on stream. There you go. There you go. Oh yeah, box off. But no, it's like, it's kind of cool. I'm really curious to see what this looks like now. So let's open it. I mean, I usually open all these things. I usually check all this stuff, you know what I mean? Will you accept Waffles? Yes, Waffles for payment is a new payment option now in the online store. If it's not working for you, please contact our customer service and tell them Mike said so. You can waffle, you can do a layaway waffle as well. We have those two where, you know, you can put a couple waffles in, and then, you know, you can just do a monthly waffle payment, you know, to kind of break up your budget there. Well, we know times are tough, guys. Times are tough. But there are certain specific waffle requirements. And just like your cell phone, we will have to receive, as the term, up to a certain amount will be provided once we qualify and fully inspect your waffle that you send in. All right, so make sure you remember that. All right, it's not a guaranteed turn-in price, okay, with the waffles. All right, they got to be fresh, you know, not too hard. They got to, you know, they got to be properly made. You know what I mean? Don't mess with my waffles. Don't mess with my waffles. Oh boy, are Eggo's worth more than generic? Well, you know, that's true. I mean, you know, you could go get the Kroger brand or the Offset brand that they have at Walmart or whatever. But, you know, if you send in those premium Eggo ones, it's like worth their weight in gold, my friend. You know what I mean? You got to get the good stuff. You got to get the good stuff. Now, if you include like a little side of syrup and butter with it and everything, there are things like extra credit that are available. I better stop now before I get in trouble. What was that, boss? Oh yeah, no, I wasn't telling him they can pay it with waffles. No, it was just a joke. It's a live stream. It's a live stream. They can't come after us, don't worry. I'll just say I was playing in character. That's what most of them do. It's like, oh yeah, no, I was pretending to be ThermalMike. Why do you think I call myself ThermalMike and not Mike Fearheller? I mean, come on, you know what I mean? Why use my real name? Because then you're just gonna be like, that ThermalMike guy said, well, who the ThermalMike. That's what it says on my driver's license. But no, dude, all things aside, this case looks cool. It's definitely got an interesting little look to it. I'm excited to get this out of the box here. Like I said, brand new, never looked at it. Hey, everything could be broken in here, but I did the little shake test. I learned this long time ago when I was a child trying to figure out what my Christmas presents were. So I am a trained professional at these things. My mother would know because she would have to hide stuff in other things because I would be too crafty to figure it out. And I know they more or less drove her crazy. She's probably sitting there going, God damn it. This kid is, I'm going to put it in a Mervin's box so he thinks it's closed. Shout out to all those moms that did that because that was the best. I like the surprises there. Shout out to the moms. Dude, let's take a look at this. Let's see. Which way is up? Which way is up? Oh, there's like a little... Oh. Okay. It's cute. It's... How do I... Which way's up? Wait, I think I got it. Look at this. And it's in... Oh, was that the manual? Oh no, that was the little foam piece, right? The little foam piece protects the glass. Oh yes, oh yes. Bottom always usually has little cutouts for the feet. That's how I try to remember when I have to put stuff away for shows. When I got like 25 of these freaking things that I gotta unpack, repack, and all the pack and all that. Let's see, we got a cool little manual here too. All right. Oh yeah, Vision 330. Okay. 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 Let's pull it down here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh yeah, it's plastic. Just kidding. Oh, but let's get this bad boy right side up here and take a look. All right, we got a little baggie of screws right here. Oh, and dude, I love it. We're still including the little clips that you use. So you get 2 extra clips here in the box. Because you know, sometimes these things can break. And like something like this, I mean, yeah, you could probably find something like that on Amazon, but I think it's nice that we throw in like 1 or 2 in the box. You know what I mean? As happens, right? We try to take care of you. We try to take care of you. You know what I mean? 100% Canadian maple syrup is the gold standard. Yep. I got you on that. And we'll accept all imported syrups. Are you a domestic or international syrup enjoyer? I'm like, yes, please. Yes, please. You know what I mean? All right, so let me get the table back out. Let's take a peeky. Let's take a peeky at what we got going on here. Oh, where's my waffling? There we go. I don't think I put it on a proper rotation. Let's get a proper rotation going on here. You know what I mean? I had to do that to my kids, but then they got upset. I faked their gifts in another box. Can't win.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that. And it was just like, it's not like my mom put my Nintendo in a different box and then put the Nintendo and put clothes inside. But it was just the actual outer box that always kind of threw me off. Like, it was specifically like the video games. Like, you know what I mean? She'd put the video games in like a Mervin's box, so I thought it was a t-shirt because then I would open it last, right? I'm like, yeah, it's just, yeah, you know what I mean? But hey, let's take a look here at the Vision, because Christmas, we're nowhere close on that. Now, all right, there's an interesting little tab here on the front. I don't know if you guys can kind of see this little, this is new. I've never seen us do this before. What? So this says pull to open. Pull to open. So it's just kind of like one of those things where like the battery's included, but like the battery's not making contact and you got to pull this out in order to turn the case on. I'm kidding. But let's see. We have to divulge how the disassembly will work here. So let's give a quick little observation. So right now, first and foremost, hinges here on the back. So that means this one-piece curved glass hinges off. It's not like a lift up. It's not a pull out. You know what I mean? It's a swing open. It's a barn door. It's a barn door. Dan coming in with a hydrate. Thank you so much, Dan. Appreciate you. Cheers. Mervin's memories. Well. Yeah, I used to have a Mervin's by my house, went to like forever, and it was just like, I don't know. Like clothes shopping today is definitely not the same as it was in the 90s. A lot of that stuff's changed. I wouldn't necessarily say for the better. I guess just more efficient, but I miss a lot of like the, you know, it's like, I feel like they don't have anything for me. Sometimes they're trying to find the right size, you know what I mean? Those things are always bothersome. My biggest issue is shoes, man. I can never find my size. So swing hinges on the back. There's actually 3. It's not 2. So there's actually 3 hinges here. And I guess that would make sense because you have a heavier piece of glass because it's not just this side, it's the whole thing. So this whole thing is gonna somehow swing out and everything. And then looking at the back panel, you got perforation cutouts here for both the fans, for those intake fans. You can kind of see the fans. You see my fans? Are you a fan of my fans? There's fans right there. And then, of course, power supply. And I like this, too, because having the ventilation there for the power supply so I can have my fan pointing outward. You know, I don't necessarily want my fan intaking off the back wall of my motherboard. You know what I mean? In a configuration like this, because it's just like halfway up. You know what I mean? And the reason for that is because either it being a little bit higher or a little bit lower is going to block those backwards connection options that would be there, right? Last thing I want to do is put the power supply in your way. You know what I'm saying? Last thing you'd want to do is put that power supply. I'm a fan. I am a fan. I'm a fan. So, all right. So easy enough. Back panel. Let's see. Pops off. Normal stuff. Let's see. Just lift up and out. Okay. Okay. So it's got like a little, it's got your traditional little like, hey, here's the thing. Drop it in there. Holds it in its place. And then you just click this on. And it got nice little clicks. I really like these types of panels. We've done this on just about every case for a good little bit. It's probably been longer than I could probably think, to be fair, when we switched over to this kind of style. But I gotta say it works. I gotta say it works. That back there a little bit. All right, so back panel off. We can see the wonderful bundle of cables. Now, I know we're all kind of itching to see what this is all about. So let's see here. So it says pull. It says pull to open, but then it's got an arrow pointing down. Does that mean I pull it down? I mean, it's kind of like the I'm turning left or I'm turning right, or is it the other way around? This way or whatever, you know, the arm. I need some arm signals here. Now I'm gonna just pull on it like you would, right? Let's see. Does this just, oh, okay. So it's not necessarily pulling it out like forward in front of the case, but it looks more, yeah, like kind of, oh. I mean, I can pretty much kind of just, and then it slides this. Look at this. Oh, okay. Now it's on the table here, so it's gonna be here. Let me get this off this table because the table's making it not be level. So here. And it just kind of, all right, so it just pops into place like that. That's kind of cool. So this just kind of slides over. It's definitely got some weight to it, but I think that's why it's got the 3 hinges here in the back. And then this looks pretty standard where I just lift this up. Let me see. It's a big panel though. Oh, okay. And then there you go. So then there's your panel. And then of course this, I don't know if it looks hazy to you, it has a film on both sides. So there is a film on the inside as well as on the outside to more or less protect the glass. I mean, usually things like this is our victory lap once we get our PC put together where we can have our fun little peels, you know what I mean, to make it like new. This thing right here, surprisingly, I mean, it's just double-sided taped on here, but it's not like it's something, it's almost like it's something that's supposed to stay there. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, it's just double-sided taped on the back, but it's not like how you would peel the plastic off the glass like it was easy peasy, if that makes sense. It's almost kind of like a thing where they're almost like wanting to like, hey, leave this on there. So I don't know. We'll take a look at that later. But other than that, 4mm tempered glass, single piece You know, Ben, it's got a 90 degree here. It's that premium fish tank style that you're looking for. You don't want that point, you want a curve. So this might be the fish tank for you. You know what I mean? That's interesting though too. And I like how they went with the 3 different things here to just accommodate for the weight. So that makes sense because that's definitely going to weigh more than other cases. Because we've done a variety of cases with swing door. I know several of you have one right now. And I mean, you know, you have a little swing door open and we usually have just the 2 for that. But again, this one does the whole front and side piece, which is something we haven't really done before. So it's a new vision from us here at Thermaltake. But this looks pretty cool. I mean, doesn't seem to be too unmanageable. I mean, it doesn't seem to be annoying too much. Let's see. Let's put it back on. Okay, so that slides on there. Definitely gives a little bit of weight when it's fully open. You know what I mean? Oh, and then for the people that want to know how far it can go, yeah, it's one of those things where you could swing it more than you need. There's no way you need it to swing more. I don't want to see. Don't you tell me those comments. Oh, I wish the swing door was wider. And then, okay, so then if I just put it here, and I got my little tabby right there. Easy. That's not bad. That's not bad. And just a little pop off. Not too bad there. Filter on the top. Big filter on the top, to be fair. Wow. Yeah, look at this door, bro. Look at this door. It'd probably be easier if I actually had a PC inside because this thing's just, I mean, this is definitely heavier, but I would say this takes up a good chunk of the case weight. Takes up a good chunk of the case weight there, I think. Just a little bit. All right, so 2 major panels. More or less have all your access I would think you more or less need. There's really no other like little panels here on the side. I mean, with this being, with the power supply in the back, like the dual chamber design. So then you kind of get a lot more real estate here. You get more of a flat floor type of case build. Because I've gravitated towards this a lot more, having the power supply in the back, than I ever really needed when I wanted like a power cover and the power supply right here with all the cables right here. I think the new style of cases where putting power in the back makes a lot more sense today. I think that idea is going to stick around for a good little bit. I think that idea is going to stick around. Giveaway for our waffles are unfortunately US and Canada only, so I do apologize about that. But you're more than willing to play if you would like to, but just make sure that you're present so you can say, hey, I'd like to pay it forward, and you can more or less have some fun and play regardless. I really wish I could ship something to you for the prizes in that regards, but I do have some limitations being here from the US and the USA branch. So sorry about that. We love you though. Appreciate you coming by. Hope everything is all good and everything, you know what I mean? From wherever you may be. Does it swing both ways? Got him. I mean, in a way, I guess it does. I mean, it can support motherboard connections on either side of the fence. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Okay, what else comes off? I mean, there's literally 2 panels. There's literally 2 panels. Do I need to take... Here, let me get my... I love my little turntable. My little turntable right here. Mike, why don't you ask the people what country they're in when they get drawn? Because I don't want to, like, you know, people don't want to say those kind of things, you know what I mean? I mean, when it kind of comes down to it, I gotta be honest. For all you guys that have waffled over like all the years, I have rarely had the situation where somebody's like, oh, hey, I won and I didn't say anything and I'm unfortunately outside the US and you're just gonna have to just, you know, the waffle becomes dust in the wind, right? And you know, for all the waffles that we've done, this has only happened, I'm probably less than 5 times. Like I could probably like maybe 2 or 3 times total. So it's been pretty cool that people are honest with that and everything, that we don't have too many issues. I think they feel bad for the people in regards to that, but I know they want to come into, you know, and get on that as well. 3 people have been not in you. Oh, you know, do you dug into the files, Bacon? You dug into the files? Don't tell them the secrets. Don't tell them the secrets. Maybe it was 4 times. Maybe it was 4 times. But no, dude, I gotta be honest. It's definitely been less. It's definitely been less. Oh yeah, I put my Minecube in. Nice. New updates are coming for Minecube. We're working on a really big update that I think is gonna fix / make your take on how it works better, if that makes sense. Because it's like, we've looked at, of course, how it came, you know, what we had software wise. We've been talking about different things, and there's been some like default settings that we've been kind of going back and forth on as far as like what we would change. So big updates, I believe, are coming soon. I'm waiting for them, and we might make a stream about it to kind of break it all down, because it's going to be a big update. It's going to be a big update. I'll keep you guys posted. Stay tubed. Stay tubed. Now, let's see. Does this panel come off too? Let me see. So it's got the little pin thingies here on the front, but does this whole thing then? Oh, okay. So this is all one piece like this. Okay, and then there's screws in here too. So this full front piece, I guess it's like, you know, the plastic front end of the case, from the, you know, this little part, this kind of side right here, even this bottom, it's all like one piece. And from what I'm seeing, there is a screw here on the back side. There's a screw in here on the back side. And the fan's in the way right now, or I'd pop it out real quick. And then here on the back side, I don't see, or at least here on the back, this inner, it's just a little push clip. So I think like stuff like this would pop right out. And it does look like this piece is removable. It's not like it's riveted in. I mean, granted, it's a plastic piece. We usually don't do that. But something where like maybe if you would want to take this off to do some type of modding or a treatment to it, I mean, but I wouldn't say it's anything that the standard user that's going to be doing an installation in a case like this is going to really need. But there's some interesting stuff though. A very unique style to it. Very similar to like the View 590 has a similar idea but different. That we showed at CES too. So I'm getting a little vibe off of that just the same. Nice room here on the top. Let's just work our way through the case here, shall we? Let's see if we can take a peek here. Give you guys, I like when we do this with the panels or with like the way the fitment goes. Let me see if I can, I don't want to get it. Oh my gosh, it's not going to want to do what I want to do. Hold on, I just need to make it do what I want it to do. There we go. There we go. Surprisingly enough, it's like the perfect spacing. Surprisingly enough, it's like the perfect spacing. So take a look here at the top. I like this versus like the other ways where we do, you know, you kind of want like a clean little cover. So with that, you have the filter here that goes over the top, but you can see that there are nice slotted sections, you know, for your radiator. And this is more or less not necessarily to provide an offset, but this is for different sizes. So when you look at like a 120 versus a 140, this case more or less kind of just has the radiator pushed all the way towards the glass side versus the motherboard side. So more or less giving you the best clearance that you can more or less get. Where if you see a case that has 2 and 2, that could usually mean that gives you like a more closer to the motherboard versus farther away stance. And you got options there to do either or. But either way, I like the slottedness here with this. And I don't know if you can see too well, but look, it's countersunk. And one of the things that I like about what we've been doing with a lot of the cases is that not only are we giving you the slots, so you got your, you got your little adjustments here that you want to make depending on how you want to mount your radiator into the case, but with it being kind of like in a nice little channel like that, when you go to put on the filter, it doesn't give you the little bumps. And I've definitely seen that in cases we've done in the past where it's like, you know, once I have the radiator mounted up there, it's not really a perspective of this, but it's kind of like the perspective like that. And then you'll see the little bumps here and everything like that from the screws. And I mean, it's a small thing, but it's definitely something as somebody that's a case manufacturer, you know, and I work for the company. These are the little details that I like. So stuff like that, giving you a nice flat surface, because then you'd use those flathead screws that kind of more or less don't protrude out towards the top of the case. And then good amount of airflow right in here too with this. And these all are riveted on. So this is all still like, this is basically the rivets for the frame that's your motherboard tray here on the back. So that's giving you that stability right here on the case, even without, you know, the glass being installed. And I think this does kind of help with, you know, giving you that extra room. And yeah, you know, quick little tour of the IO panel. So you got your normal, let's see. Oh, cool little button. Still have a reset, man. You know, the reset button, it's, I mean, now that like these cables are all like blocked into one, right? Like, you know, you have your front panel connections that are all blocked into one. It's really funny because this was the pin I never really plugged in. I never really plugged this in. I just plug in the power, and the, you know, USB runs its own little cable. We can pull these off too. And then of course you got Type-C, which is just huge nowadays. I mean, especially for me with the, what was it, like the last couple of weeks, downloading mods and server update stuff and everything for Assetto Corsa and doing a lot of other stuff. That Type-C came in handy for a lot of that. So you get, you know, your Type-C cable for your Type-C port right here, and then you get two USB 3.0s and then single audio. You know, you used to see two audios, one separate for headset and microphone. These are getting changed over to single button options. I mean, you can plug either or into it, but I think a lot of this is the change because most of those peripherals are switching more or less, or like you as well as me, we're using USB more than we're using this, but it's still alive and you're getting at least something there for those things that matter. I mean, granted, you know, the back of the motherboard, you would have another traditional connection. It's not like this is all and done anyways, because you would have your sound card options here in the back from the motherboard, right? And then, yeah, quick little tour of the cables. You can see as we've been continuing and moving forward with a lot of cases, if it's a black or a snow edition, we're given all like this one has the all white colors, white wires, white connectors, you know, to give a nice clean look. I really like the USB 3, how it's kind of moved over to like this SATA type of cable. It's nice and flexible. But I mean, like this stuff right here, no more ketchup and mustard cables or wires here with this. And you got a nice clean white connector. Granted, I mean, like, dude, the case has backwards connection options. So, I mean, that might not matter. That might not matter as much as it used to. You know what I'm saying? That might not matter. What's going on? How are you guys? Again, we are probably wrapping up our waffle about 30 minutes early today. So if you guys are going to want to get in on our waffle, I'm sorry, I got some other things I got to do this afternoon. So we're going to cut it a little bit short today. So make sure you guys get in on the waffle. Don't tell me I didn't warn you, because I know it's tasty. Man, we had some big winners last week. We had some big winners last week. We had back-to-back power wins with our $200 store credit grand prize winner as well. I got those in the works. I know you guys sent the emails on it. Don't worry, I will get back to you. This is literally probably like what you're watching here on stream is probably the longest I've been at my desk since last week when we streamed, and that was the longest that I've been at my desk.
I never did mention how you ruined my job for measuring things.
Oh.
Since I visited you, now everything I try to measure is off by 1 foot. Monster.
Oh my god. Off by 1 foot. That was good. It's probably the best one I think I've gotten from you so far, Pig. That was a good one. This poor leg. We're still looking for it today. The search continues. The search continues. One day we'll have closure, but I don't see it being anytime soon. One day. Oh my goodness. So yeah, fun little cable connectors here for this. We'll see what we're gonna do next week as far as if we're gonna go forward with the build in this and kind of get it all dressed up and see what it's all about, like we've been doing. Or we might move on to some other stuff. I'll see what's going on as far as coming into next week, waiting on shipments and everything. I'll more or less get an update on Monday and likely have a better idea there. So, all right. So then, of course, with that, I mean, they are, going with a cost down version for the fans. So these fans are not necessarily magnetic fans. They're, a standard daisy chain connection, AirGB, so no controller stuff, just plugs into the motherboard, simple, easy things like that. But you're definitely going to deal with a little bit more wires here on this versus like if you went with one of our EX series fans that of course has that magnetic connection, giving you that simple and easy one wire for multiple fans kind of situation. Chibi became like Wart with the pig leg from Diablo 1. There is no cow level. I keep trying to find it. That reminds, did they ever find the cow level in Diablo 4? There was like this crazy lore about it. And I remember reading about it because I played the game early on. And then when they started nerfing everything that I loved, I stopped playing. I mean, I'm just being honest. That was just kind of where I was at with that. But I remember seeing people figuring out, I know about the cow fountain that had the 4 cows. I know about the items that you need and you got to go visit that. And I saw that, but I never actually, I guess, found out if they ever did. I'm curious. Yes? Interesting. I might have to look that up. I'm actually kind of curious to see, because that was the one thing I remember when the game first came out was like, no, they're bullshitting. There's a cow level in here somewhere. And they're like, no, there isn't. No, there isn't. And then people started finding stuff and I'm like, yeah. Marketing, blah, blah, blah. There is no cow level. I mean, it's famous, you know what I mean? It's like stay a while and listen. Gotta love that man. He's the best. He's the best. All right, so we got a cool little door right here. Kind of like an exhaust. Blum, 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 blum. I've got cars on my mind, guys. I'm sorry. I've been driving GTRs and BMWs. I've been driving some really cool effing cars, man. Oh my God, it's crazy some of these things that they have for a game like this. I have to be careful driving home after driving a simulator all day in the office. You have no idea. You have no idea the struggle of going the speed limit. But I am safe. I have to be safe. I have a family. But let me tell you, I have definitely enjoyed having a lead foot on that sim racing. It's a whole new experience. And I'm probably going to be talking about it for a while because I kind of more or less got addicted to it, putting it together. Does that make sense? You guys kind of feel that like you didn't really know what it was all going to be about. You're like, it's fun, but it's like, And then when you start trying crap that's like thousands of dollars, all put together, like high-end stuff. I got to tell you, it's crazy. And the motion and everything, but yeah, I'll stop talking about Vision. We got to focus here on the Vision. And of course, your Waffle giveaways. You know what I mean? Same thing when I played Need for Speed. Dude, I feel you on that one. Definitely was a big fan of Need for Speed back in the day. Let me see. Does this I think this thing kind of comes off. But one observation, and I can compare this with the other cases too. So some of the other cases, you're going to see where the screw mounting for the graphics card is going to be this one on the exterior or outside the case, where with the other cases, as we were talking about, where like this fan would get in the way when you go vertical with this because those mounts were on the inside. And I'm not really a big fan of the screws being on the inside of the cases. I like them on the outside for just the convenience and the clearances and everything. So like something like this, and it just giving me like a little simple door. I mean, again, $100 case. It's got all the bells and whistles I think I would need here with this. And I think the one piece of I keep saying acrylic, the one piece of tempered glass really kind of sets this case apart. I mean, other than that, it's very similar to a lot of the other fish tanks that are out there, but you don't have that edge. You know what I mean? You don't have that particular edge. Whoops, Warren Command. No worries. You get multiple chances to waffle here. There are no limitations. All right, so kind of explored a little bit of that. Now, fans, of course, let's just flip down here. We haven't taken a look at this. So on the bottom, nice magnetic filter. I mean, these are so easy to wash. It's got little magnetic strips here on the other side, and real easy to remove for the cleaning, especially with this, because it's going to be your intake. So a lot of that dirt and dust and everything builds up, especially if you got animals and all that. This filter does come in handy, specifically on the intakes and everything for your case, right? Exhaust, not necessarily so much. It's more for the intake side of things, but still, you know what I mean? You want to try to trap as much as you can. But removing the filter aside, you kind of get a little bit, and then the same thing here too, like on the top of the case, you can see here that there's a nice countersunk little channels there for that, and you can do a little bit of adjustment there, with the fans then, of course, with that, and it gives that nice flat look. Like you know what I'm saying? I guess this is already like a pre-installed thing where like you're not going to get those particular bumps. Well, here, let me bring you in. You're like, dude, I can't see what you're talking about. My bad. But like, I think when you look at the filter off, see how these are more or less, because this is recessed right here, it just gives a nice little clean look. Because this literally where the magnetic strip is going to kind of more or less sit right there where those screws go. So as you can see, does it kind of tuck under? Oh, it tucks under the foot. Oh, so it kind of tucks under the feet just a little bit, and it just kind of nestles right in there. And then of course, I mean, these things are removable too. So there's a little hole right there. You can remove the feet, but you do want that spacing off the floor or whatever you're going to do with it, so you can get that airflow in there, but still it's pretty cool. I mean, and then you have those options there for the different fan sizes. Again, when you see 3 rows, that means 120, 140 versus 4 rows, allowing offset options. So you basically have your options there, and you can kind of tell this is a 120 fan times 3 going across. And it fits real nice. There's a little bit of wiggle room here in the back for people that want to go with like a magnetic fan, and they're like, hey, where am I going to put the connector? It's just like, is there any spacing here? Because this is pretty much slammed up to the front. I mean, I flip this down, I mean, as you can kind of see down in here, you can take in the vision. And then of course, these are all intake. So these fans are going to come as intake. These are our new Infinity fans that has that ARGB lighting around it, kind of like, our more updated fans that we showed off at CES. And I mean, we don't have these fans in stock right now either. So that is a little bit of a problem with this case coming out, is that with these particular fans, I don't have more of these fans to match. But I mean, it is something to consider, right? Because you're going to get these 3 fans. You're going to have the 2 here on this side plus the 1 in the back. That is more fans than we normally do in a case. And I honestly think that's kind of what they were planning for, is because these fans are, they're not controller fans. So you're not looking at like, high, like $80 3-packs, or even worse, like $130 3-packs. I mean, gosh, what are we talking about here? As far as trying to get you your RGB. So with a case like this coming in at $100, and it includes 6 fans that are going to give you that little infinity and all this and that, I get it, but like, you're going to get 6 fans, not 3. I would say most cases are going to come with 3 fans, not 6 or more for that example. And I mean, ideally, if you're going to be mounting your AIO here on the top, it's not going to take much away from the looks if you're running different fans up here, unless they're black, of course, or matcha green or bumblebee yellow, because we got all that crap. But you know what I mean? It's not gonna take away from the full look, because you get the fans here too. Because like, if these fans weren't here, or this wasn't here, and you just had the bottom fans, 99% of us are gonna probably take these out and put them aside, right? So this does kind of give you at least a little bit of a format or an idea. You could even call it a vision, as far as us trying to put all this together to make it a little bit more simplified for maybe first-time builders, maybe, you know, somebody that's just like, you know, I want something easy, slap my stuff in. It's not too big a deal, and I just want a nice, clean look. I don't have to remount. Think of the time saving a little bit, if that's even a thing for you, you know what I mean? A lot of different builders are out there in the market, and when you're looking at a price point of $100, I think this kind of makes it a little bit more straightforward for people to just try to like, dude, I just want to build a system. I just want to build a system, man. Like, we, you know, the guys that are going to go do all these other things, you know, we have cases for that. We have bigger, much bigger cases for you that has all the extra bells and whistles, all the space you would need. You want to crawl in there and sleep with your PC? We got you. We got those things. They're even on wheels so you can move around. You know what I mean? You just have to make sure you have a wheelchair capable ramp at home for it. You know what I'm saying? Those things are required. You know what I mean? I've heard of lying cakes, but waffle fibbing? Is that kind of like, I'm trying to waffle fibbing. Like, what do you call a waffle liar? You know what I mean? Riz coming in with a 15 stream streak. Let me in, let me in. Thank you so much. I don't know why didn't it do the 20 waffles thing? Stupid. Whatever. And it was working earlier. I don't know. I don't touch anything. It just doesn't work. 88 compliant PC case, exactly. But I think it might be something people might gravitate towards too, because they're like, oh, it's got all that stuff. I don't have to buy extra fans, or like I got this AIO already and I don't want to have to buy extra stuff because, like, you know, maybe I'm doing a simple upgrade and I want to throw a case in, but I don't want to throw a case in and all the cooling and all that stuff to kind of change it up, but I want a new look. If you kind of hear where I'm coming from on this, and it just gives you a little bit more options to save your budget, but then get kind of like a new look at the same time. It's tough out there, guys. I'm trying, you know what I mean? Trying to break down to be like, yeah, we're trying to save some money for you. Like I said, it's not a $200 case, you know what I mean? So if it's something where, you know, this might fit better and give you like a cool little new look for it, refresh the case. You know what I mean? But I like the top mounted buttons on that. I mean, I've been kind of a fan of the bottom buttons, but that's because I'm running the View 380 at home myself, and I got the power button down here. I've been used to having to press the power button on top, and that's been a nice little save for me, especially since my case is on my desk, but it's like over there. Like where, you know, I have like my wall of monitors here because it's me, you know, mouse and keyboard, but like the case was a little bit further over that way. So with it like being over there, you know, I had to kind of do the extra reach per se, I guess you would say, to push the power button, where like now it's just boop, it's real simple. So like I think different cases, different sizes, options on where buttons are can really play a lot in regards to where you're going to be putting it. Some people just, it doesn't matter. Some people it could matter very importantly. Waffle closed prematurely. No. The waffle, it did already run out of time. Oh crap, I wasn't paying attention. Yes. Because we are going to be ending stream here early today. So what I'm going to do, I'll give you guys 5 minutes. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an extra 5 minutes on the waffle. I was kind of planning on that. I wasn't paying attention to the time. If you're already in, you're good. But if you're not in, you got about 5 minutes. It's 2:24 right now. So more or less here at the 30-minute mark, wherever you are in the world. All right? So that's what you got. Get in on it. That's it. We got stuff to do, things to see, and everything in regards to that. So I want to get the waffle. I don't want to do it towards like the end and then be like, all right, guys, bye. Like, I don't want to do that to you guys. So okay, now we got some storage options here. Okay, and we got some screws here too. Cool. Where'd I put my drill? Hold on. Oh, make this a little easier here. Make this a little easier. Like that little door right there. That's cool. A cool little door. All right, so there's 4 screws located here on the back. This is more or less just a storage bracket that's installed here on the case. Maybe kind of difficult to see, but I got a nice little gap here where, like, you know, this I guess it's kind of hard to see, but the hard drive cage here can support, I believe, 2 HDDs, but it's not up against the wall where, like, say if you are dealing with, because you can kind of see, because I think you can mount one on the inside and then mount one on the outside, or it's an HDD in here. Let me double check. Let's refer to the manual, shall we? Let's see. I think it's 1 HDD, 1 SSD. But again, oh no, you could do 2 HDDs. So you could sandwich 2 HDDs or SSDs. It doesn't matter. You ever put beer in a PC, bro? I sure have. It was good too. So yeah, you have options there. And then as you can see with the spacing on this, it's about half the thickness. So you have some extra wiggle room here for the little cutouts like that, for example, if you're going with the backwards connector board. Granted, if you are, I'd probably recommend popping this out regardless, just to have the extra space there. Plus, you're going to want to install your drives, not while this thing's mounted in the case, right? So, but it is kind of convenient. This comes out 4 screws to kind of hold it in place, which kind of more or less wouldn't want to clip for something like this. I mean, I can deal with a couple of screws, you know what I'm saying? Especially when everything else is more or less just pop, 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 and then it just all comes apart, you know what I mean? But extra simple there. And I believe I glanced at it. There is another SSD mount right here that can actually go on the floor. And that's interesting because we never normally do that. So I've never seen like an SSD mounted just like here on the floor. I mean, if you look here on the case, here are the mounting points for the SSD right there. Not an HDD, but an SSD, right? Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But just another little spot. And I mean, I think for some of us, like if we don't have that place, we're plugging it in. We set it back there. It's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. It doesn't need to be secured down with, you know, like contact epoxy glue where I'm worried a vibration is going to lose a file. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not having that problem at all. You know what I mean?
Hey Mike, who's got 2 arms and 2 legs and is always happy to see you? Not Chippy. # monster.
Not Chippy, huh? All right. Get in on the Waffle guys. Couple minutes, okay? Thanks, Pig. That was a good one too. I like the other one though has been my favorite. Off by 1 foot. You're using ChatGPT to help you. It's not fair. This is why RAM is so expensive. Oh my God. I think about that every time I make a new AI song or I make a silly camel thing like something like this. Oh, wait. The website's in the way. Hold on. Something silly like that. I drew all of that. I spend hours hand drawing all of those things for you every week. You're welcome. You're welcome. I haven't gotten to that point yet. Will TT continue to make DRAM in this market? Dude, I think it's more or less not necessarily, of course we'll make it. Can we get it? I think is more or less the question. I think that's going to be the different thing. Could you imagine the meetings and the people fighting for what's left? The scraps at the bottom of the barrel, the chips that you gotta scrape on the little edge of the bowl, you know, because everybody already took the whole thing. They tipped it upside down. They tapped it out. But then there's still like the little cakes around the side that just didn't make it. You know, that's for the rest of us. That's for the rest of us, and we're all fighting for it. You know what I mean? So no clue. I don't think I'll ever know how all that stuff goes down. I don't think anybody will ever know how all that stuff goes down. I mean, Steve called them a cartel for After All, but I guess we're not part of the cartel, so I guess that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Not all RAM companies are a cartel, okay, Steve? Maybe he might think they all are too. I don't know. Either way, I thought it was funny. Either way. Rural Walmarts have been a good source for some RAM and SSD. Don't tell anybody where your secrets are. You know, you could get one of those Amazon things too. You know, they have like those return things. Maybe get lucky and get a box full of RAM. It's like somebody's like, dude, if only I could just get gold in here. And they're like, gold, I want RAM sticks in my GPUs take up too much space. There's no capita there, like per volume and everything. Little RAM stick, I mean, you get the good sized box, you're rich. You're rich. Sad. Freaking sad. Laugh a lot. I'm gonna sell my 4800 Dell OEM sticks for $100. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like OEM Dell RAM for $100. Like a stick? Like you're gonna sell it like $100 a stick? Jesus. Please don't. Please. Please. Oh, really? I didn't know about that with AMD. AMD has FSR Diamond with RDNA 5, and it'll finally be equal to DLSS 3.5. Laugh out loud. I mean, I've been playing with DLSS 4.5. It's hit or miss on the game. I think they still have some stuff to work out. It didn't fix my Tarkov problem with the blurry scopes. I still have blurry scopes with 4.5, so I had to go back and turn DLSS off again. Granted, that's probably been about a month since I've done it, and I skipped that driver that had a problem, right? You guys didn't know about the NVIDIA driver that had a problem. That occurred. There is now a fixed driver, our latest driver that fixes those issues, because that was some issues with like the fans not working and the stuff overheating and a lot of bad stuff, right? So I'm glad they jumped on that quick, but make sure you're paying attention to what you're downloading, guys. I try to tell all my people and my family, like, stop just not reading and click OK, please. Like, read what it says, or tell me what it says before you do said action of yes or no. Because sometimes it's important, like, it's not a big deal. It's a big deal to me, because when it doesn't work, then I got to spend more time to fix it. And they go, you're so good at it, it doesn't matter. All right. I went over, but I think everybody waffled in. We had a couple last minute wafflers, but we got a waffle. Are you guys ready? Dude, I want to pick up Requiem. I've heard a lot of good things about Resident Evil Requiem. I really am debating on picking that up and playing that. I haven't played a Resident Evil in a long time. Would you guys agree that this, if I haven't played Resident Evil in a hot minute, like the last like few, would this be the one? Would this be the one you think I should do? Well, if you're going to get AMD now, it's a good time for free Crimson Desert. Dude, I actually saw what was that, like a couple of days ago with Crimson Desert? That single player RPG, like, it looks huge. I mean, I'm really curious how Crimson Desert's going to do, like, map-wise, like how all that's going to work. That is a crazy upcoming game, dude. Crimson Desert. If you haven't seen it, go give it a watch, man. That game looks crazy. I'm on BDO now. Dude, I know you're on BDO, but you're going to probably want to go to Crimson Desert unless you want the grouping thing still, which BDO, of course, dominates because it's not a multiplayer. But Crimson Desert, I've seen a lot of people talking about, like, dude, I just want a single-player RPG. I mean, yeah, we had Elden Ring, and we've had other stuff, you know, Expedition 33, stuff like that. But Crimson Desert, dude, looks great. Exactly. I agree, man. I think we're all going to have a lot of fun with that. I think we're all going to have a lot of fun with that. Like, holy crap, dude, Capcom went hard. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go, right? Let's go. Something to look forward to. And the graphics and everything, too, right? Like, if they nail the graphics right on this could be a fun graphical game to use for, like, gameplay stuff. You know what I mean? Could be a lot of fun. All right. All right. Waffles closing in 3, 2. Closed. All right. It's not, dude, it's not an Unreal Engine 5, like, simple, cheesy mobile game. Does that make sense? That probably makes the most sense to me out of everything else. Ooh, Waffle Man! Like, I am truly excited, man. I am truly excited. But you know what? I am not as excited as I am about, hold on. If I had a production crew, I could do this quicker, but I don't. Let's go. It's time to waffle. Oh, music. There we go. Oh, baby, we're back with another Waffle Wheel Wednesday. What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to all my new followers, my subbers, my stream streakers, and of course, all you tasty, hungry wafflers wanting to get in on a taste of the waffle wheel. We got a good one here. We're going to be picking 2 lucky wafflers. Count it. Oh God, I have it cranked over here. Let me turn it down. Sorry, I was rocking out for a minute there. I'm sorry. And 1 pancake. What? How dare you say that? Wait, hold on. Banning box right now from waffle entries. Confirm? Yes. Why enter? Why enter? Okay, all right. Sorry, box. Removed. You now have -2 entries. So if somebody else wins, you still can't win. In a sea of waffles, be a pancake. Hey, I am in a sea of waffles. Oh, get the butter all over me. Ah, the butter. All right, no more waffling around. What did you call it? Waffle fibbing? No waffle fibbing around here. No waffling around. Don't get those waffles on. Someone tell here, save yourself. TT Dude's out there. He's my lifeguard. Where is he? Lifeguard. Where is he? Lifeguard on duty, where are you? Where's my lifeguard? No lifeguard on duty? Oh, there he is. Right there. Here's my lifeguard. If you need help, TT Dude's got you back, dude. Look, he's got a raft. He's got one of those inflatable waffle rafts that you see at the lake. All right, here we go, everybody. Waffle time. A winner, chicken dinner, and a waffle. 3, 2, 1, go. Blackout vortex. Congratulations. Have to change your name from Mike to Bob. Let's go. Congratulations, Black Vortex. GG's on the waffle win. Let's go. All right. Finger is on the trigger. You say spin it. You're gonna win it. Let's go. I'm ready. Say when. Let's go. Come on, baby. Big waffle. Come on, baby. Ooh, nice scoring. Your choice of our Thermaltake gear. You got some cool TT gear. A lot of prize options here with this one. So feel free to let me know, and I'll make sure I get you, the list. You know what I mean? Congratulations. Thank you so much for waffling with us. Let's go. All right. One more. We got one more. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I am box. Just kidding. Asian Venom 2143. It's one of your 20 bot accounts, Asian Venom. One of your 20 bot accounts. I'm just kidding, Asian Venom. Asian Venom, are you there? Over on YouTube. The tube of views. It's like U-Haul, but it's different. I believed him too. Okay, Asian Venom, are you there? There is still a chance. Bots have feelings too. He doesn't want to say anything. He doesn't want to say anything. Here, where's my waffle up? We need to waffle up. We need to waffle up. Oh no. Come on. Asian Venom, he's here. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, you answered it. No worries, man. No worries, dude. I get it. It's all good. That's why I like to try to say it. All right. Asian Venom, congratulations on that waffle. You say spin it. You're going to win it, my friend. Good luck to you. Finger on the trigger. It's hump day. You going to waffle up right now, Asian? Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Say when. Spin it, please. Let's go. I got you, baby. I got you. Let's go. Come on. Ooh, close. Okay, congratulations on winning our OnlyFans. You have a choice of grabbing some of our fans from our OnlyFans page. Feel free to take a look at some fans that blow air, as well as magnetize all kinds of things, all right? Enjoy it. Take a look. Have some fun. Get some fans. I'm a fan. Are you a fan? I'm a fan of fans. All right. Congratulations, waffle winners. That's it for us this week. So close on the store price. So close, so close. It's like a scratcher, and you got 16, and you scratch in the scratcher, and you got 15 and 17, and you're like, come on, man. Come on. Or they give you 6 or 1, and you're like, damn it. All right, let's finish taking a look at this case. We're wrapping it up early today. Yeah, we got it right here, dude. Right here. You want to take a look? I have it bookmarked. OnlyFans. Right here. OnlyFans. Boom. OnlyFans. Look, you got all these cool fans, these cool colors. You get to pick one. But you can get 3 fans. You don't get 1 fan. You can get the 3-pack. That's fine. But you got to pick what you want. It's a tough decision. There's so many colors in here, you can't even see all the models. Let's just put it that way. We go a little hard on the colors, you know what I mean? Going a little hard on the colors there, you know what I'm saying? Pancakes. Syrup flowing. It's Waffle Wednesday. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, sorry. Wait. Switch it back. There we go. Switch it back. All right. Nice. Congrats again to our waffle winners. Hey, guys, don't forget to send me a DM on Discord to verify that you are a meat popsicle and not a robot. !Discord for the link. You're not in our Discord? Why are you not in our Discord? Oh, come on, join our Discord. We have fun. We have memes. We talk about tech. We make fun of people. And we ban bots. And that's the best. I got one good today. I was like, yeah! Got him. I beat Box to it. I was actually impressed that I beat Box to banning someone. I was like, yeah, I got him. I got him before you did. Sorry, I've had a rough week. You know, it's a lot of prep, a lot of other things, but still want to make sure that I got time for you guys, because I do enjoy breaking up my week as much as yours. You know what I mean? I was busy. About time you did some work in Discord. Hey, man, I'm busy, man. Hey, man. No, I appreciate it. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I know you did it on purpose. Dude, let's take a look at one of these fans at least. Let's take a peek at this. Let me get the nest back here unnested. How nested is? Oh my gosh, dude. Now, what is up with bread ties? Why have these things? I mean, what's better than this? I mean, I guess it's so cheap, but like, dude, I think it's just because I've had to build 5 sim racing things in the last couple of weeks, and I've probably twisted like 100 of these things off, and maybe I'm just upset. I think it was just too much bread Too much bread. You know how it is. You know, you have too much bread sometimes. Let's take the fan off. Let's take a look at the fan. Because this is actually the first time taking a peek at this fan, you know, as far as a MP sample. A lot of the other stuff. I mean, I still got a good amount of the fans from like CES and stuff, but you know, most of them are kind of like a demo or like, you know, like not a full working version, I guess. Oh, I was like, dude, they routed this. It's just a clip. But I kind of like it. I kind of like it, but maybe I don't. But I kind of like it. Actually, I didn't notice that before, so that's interesting. So here is our fan. Here is our cool little fan. So these are. Let me see. Do I have the website up for? Let me take a peeky really quick. Let me take a little peeky because I think not on USA. But if I come over here to our other OnlyFans, our international OnlyFans page, let me see. But see, these are the CTEX Infinities, but these are not those fans. Because those fans are the SWA fan version, because they're the ones that got the little lines around the side. So they might look kind of similar. I mean, I guess when you kind of look at the fan, as far as like what it is, like, all right, there we go. It's got the little lines that kind of go around. So these are SWAFan EX ARGB fans. Oh, I'm trying to snooze as many ads as I can. Oh my gosh. So these are coming as well. We're going to be selling these in a 3-pack. Like I said, we're not going to have the fans like at the same exact time as the case is going to launch. The case is going to come out first, but they're coming and they're going to be in a 3-pack. We'll have them in both colors. You know, these ones though are magnetic connect ones. So that's the only difference. You're not gonna more or less be, I don't think we're gonna sell these fans with the hard wire to them. I don't think we're gonna sell these separately. We're gonna just make the EX versions for them. And then you can just grab the EX versions, which will look identically the same. It's just gonna have that convenient magnetic connection. And then you'll be able to just magnet connect all the fans together. So those will more or less work for what it is and actually be better than, I guess, what you get standard out of the case. And then remember too, so, and this was the other thing that I was looking at, but I think for cost, they're not gonna be including them with it, but with the actual SWA fans themselves, these are gonna come as a SWA fan, will come with the reversible blades. So when you look at this, because it's a SWA fan, regardless of what it looks like, it's a SWA fan because of the swappable blade feature. So if you buy the 3-pack, you'll have both the standard and reverse blades included. So I guess, yeah, like here's like the example of like what it shows, the 2 blades that you'll get here inside the case. And then of course you see here, this was the View 370 that we did a build on last month. And yeah, so coming soon. These will be the fans that will match the case, just to confirm as far as the style and the look. And it's still ARGB. It's not a controller fan. You know, it's just going to work with your motherboard software to be able to get that set up. Okay. And then, yeah, these are going to be, this is a whole new look for us. I mean, we're doing the infinity thing with the little stuff on the side. There's even the infinity little thing, the little mirror thing right here on this side too. So a lot of changes around for the SWA fan. The SWA fan's getting an entirely new look to it, but these fans are going to be on, they're the SWA fan 120EX Infinities. So that's just more or less, I guess, you know, what these are called in comparison to what is included with the Vision 330, just to make sure everybody knows what's up. And let's see. Wait. There are ones without metal core. Has the magnetic connector changed on the SWA fan? It seems I have some SWA fans with a larger connector than others. Yes. So our first, like our first edition fans that we came out with, right? So let me see if I can kind of break that down here for you here. I think if I go here, I can. Wait a second. Let me go to US. US has it. Oh, I gotta go to the fan page though. OnlyFans. All right, so OnlyFans page. And then I want to sort this by fans with connector, RGB plus neon maker, standard fans, high motherboard control fans. So motherboard control fans. We need like another filter for magnet fans, I think too. So we had the original SWA fans had the magnetic connection. It was an 8-pin and there were smaller pins, like the pin pad for the pogo pins was much smaller. And you guys have laughed at me as much as I've laughed at myself with trying to set up those SWA fans with the 8-pin small connectors, because I never get it in the exact right spot. And it was definitely probably one of the biggest cons for all the love that I had about the magnetic connections. Fast forward to today, a while back ago, I think almost a year now, we announced MagForce 2.0. Now with MagForce 2.0, it changed the pin pads here. So this pin pad changed over to a larger 6-pin pad. And then there's also going to be some other fans coming out. They're going to have updated MagForce 2.0 connections. So if you see MagForce 2.0 on the listing, understand that that one's the one that has the updated one that's so much easier. It just slaps in. I've almost never had a problem with those ones because we enlarged the connection pad that connects to it, so that way it's not so finicky, because that's kind of where I was at with the original, or like the Gen 1 or first version SWA fan EXs that came out, because you know there's been a lot of SWA. Let me see if I search SWA. Funny name, by the way. Still, I'm just kind of like, what is a SWA? But, let's see. Why is it? Oh, okay. Because these ones had swappable blades too, because we did do the swappable blades with the tough fans as well as the only exception. But I guess the tough fans are different because they're the non-ARGB, RGB, no lights kind of option. But so these ones, the original SWA fan 12 RGB, that came with that 8-pin connector. I think because this one was a controller version. I don't know if there's an actual picture of that connector on here though. God, feels like it was forever ago that we did this. Let me see. This still makes me laugh, the water on the fan. I've never done that. I just wipe them. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, no, this doesn't have an actual, well, I guess this is probably the closest picture is this little thing, but I can't make that big enough for you to see it. But like, so these ones had an 8-pin magnetic connection on them in regards to that. And then we are like, here's another picture of those ones. And that's the way all of the SWA fans have been. Like, that's the way all the SWA fans have been. Now, fast forwarding to today with the new versions, these are our MagForce 2.0 fans. And right here, like you can see, it's a longer connector on it, so that way those gold pins are a lot larger on there, and it just makes a world of a difference. I will say though that the original fans, even though like that first initial connect was a pain in the you know what, once you get it, it's good. I never really had a problem with it like not connecting later after I got it in the right spot as far as fairness goes, because that was the one thing. Like here's a good, see, 2 times larger. This is the feedback we gave them, and we're like, bro, we need this to be easier. So and a lot of times we had a little bit of issues with the fan-to-fan connection too, but this solves all the problems. So you're saying bigger is better? Absolutely. 2 times bigger, larger, bigger, faster, stronger. And no, Mikey, I'm sorry. We did an early waffle today. I'm going to be ending actually quite soon, as I got some more PAX stuff that I got to do. And we got some people here doing some awesome work for us. And I got to make sure I'm there to be present, if you got to understand, you know, just the things that go with the job, my friend. But yeah, big difference here from having the daisy chain connections versus like a single cable. And I guess that was where I was trying to, you know, get across in regards to like, oh, what's the difference between one of these fans versus one of those, right? Is TT done with controllers? No, we're not done with controllers. The Ultra fan will be the next fan that's going to come with a controller. That controller that they've made, the TT Sync controller V2, is not something at the moment we have planned to take in on the US. I have not had hands-on with it, but from what I've seen, I don't know if it's going to make or break much for anybody. I think the way people interpret the way it works.
Were the removed 2 pins related to Chippy's leg?
Dude, you are on a roll today. You are on a roll today. There's 4 legs here. They're right here. Here's your 4 legs. Wait a minute, Chippy doesn't have 4 legs. He does now because I took 2 Chippies and I modified him. That was not me. Oh, that wasn't you. Oh, that wasn't you. That's even funnier. I'm sorry. He's trying to get in on the Chippy hate. I see what he's trying to do there. I like it. I like it. Just you know, if Intel shows up, okay, don't say anything, all right? Chippy's fine. If Intel asks, Chippy is fine, okay? It's the Thermal Rob guy you got to watch out for. That guy. That's the guy you got to watch out for. But yes, Ultra fan. So the fan that has the LCD screen that's on the side, right? And we're going to be selling that in a 3-pack. That name is, those are called the Ultra fans, and those will be controller connected. You know, it's going to have the magnet for like the fans and everything, but that is going to require a controller for the screens. But I'm waiting to see what it's going to be a different controller. So wait until the product is more available. I mean, I know you guys have more or less have seen the Ultra fans, or at least the single frame screen LCD fan, whatever that media called it, that we showed at Computex last year. Those are coming around too. I think a lot of that is just scheduling and everything with stuff, but that should be our next controller fan actually to come out. But other than that, yeah, no, not really. And I would say a lot of that is us looking at the adjustments with the market. I mean, like, I would necessarily not think that I'd want to put out like a fan pack that's going to be too expensive, like several models of them. I mean, maybe we'll do 1 or 2, but I don't see us doing like several models where you got 3 fan packs that cost $180, $150 plus dollars. I mean, we might do like 1 or 2. The Ultra fan would be like that choice. But I think a lot more stuff is ARGB for the cost down, for the savings. People are, you know, like they get enough out of this. Granted, you lose like most all addressable features with that, with the motherboard sync. It's just like simple, easy RGB, right? I kind of feel it's like motherboard syncs like your old 12 volt RGB where it turns on or it blinks and flashes. You really don't get too many options with it. And a lot of those options have been the same options these motherboard companies have had for years. Like I'm shocked or just probably arrogant. I don't know how many people have been complaining about like, are you guys going to update your ARGB stuff and everything? I mean, I know there's like a Gen 2 option that they've been trying to get in the market. Very limited companies are doing that. Definitely something I've taken a look at and said like, oh, that's interesting. But what motherboard companies are going to support that to make it worthwhile for us to get involved with like a Gen 2 version of ARGB, right? Especially when we have controllers and screens and more screens and all the screens, but like screens are different, right? So that stuff's going to be a little interesting to see how that one goes down, because that Ultra fan will have a screen plus a fan motor plus I guess there's RGB in there. Yeah, all that stuff. All in there. So I'm expecting it to be a different controller, not the same controller that you've had with your Trio fans or older fans you've had for years and years. You know, a lot of that stuff's going to change, but surprisingly enough, that should all integrate in some way or another. Just be a different box, or depending on how you want to go about it, right? Let me see. Devin Seg went on an 11-man Chippy joke. No, it was good. I liked it. I thought it was funny. 3 fans with screens, I guess $240. I think it's going to be under $200 from what I've seen. I think it's going to be under $200. I would love to see it probably around like 160, 170. I would say, because they are screens on fans. And I mean, we all know who else is doing stuff like that. you know, in different places and different screens and other stuff like that too. So I've seen those price points out there. It's not cheap, you know what I mean? But like I said, I don't feel that we need to do a ton of those types of high-end models where like a lot of these other things, we got CT refresh, we got swap fan refresh, we have tough fan stuff, we have the ultra fans coming out on top as far as like a new fan style. So I think we're pretty good on the line for what we got coming for our OnlyFans part. And then of course, dude, we still have the V3 AIOs. You know, we've launched the Mind Cube, we've launched the Mag Flow, the curved Mag Curve as well. So there's other stuff that's coming out in the works for more AIOs, but I feel the AIO market's pretty saturated. It's pretty saturated. I think a lot of people have gotten their RGB for the most part. And I think that the next generation of little thing that they're going to do, way they make the colors change or how they do the stuff, is going to be more or less the trends. And I think I see us kind of going back to an infinity mirror thing, something we hadn't necessarily done in a long time, but not the first time we've ever done it. But like bringing this back and kind of doing something different there. I mean, I get it. I see the direction. My whole thing is like the swap fan looks really similar to the CT fans now. And I like the brand identity of the swap fan because it goes all the way back to the original ring fan, man. Like we're talking single color 12 volt, single cable. Like, boy, man, have we come a long way. Man, have we come a long way. You know what I mean? I keep looking on eBay to try to find someone selling that. Yeah. And I mean, think about why. What do you really need that for that is going to change what you already have? I mean, yes, it kind of gives convenience into one controller, but it's not like using multiple controllers breaks stuff. But like, I don't know. I haven't gotten hands-on with that V2 controller just yet to really see it. A lot of the ARGB conversion stuff, I don't understand how that particularly works. And I would like to, I would need one to kind of wrap my head around how that works. I don't think it works the same way. And I can use the first gen or the TT Sync controller, you know, the big square box. A lot of people got misinterpreted on what that actually does, thinking it was just like a giant super controller, and that wasn't the case. It just converted your high expensive, you know, controller fans with addressable features to simple motherboard 5-sync simple stuff. And yeah, it helped by bulking it up, but at the same time, you just kind of degraded what you paid for, if that makes sense. So that's kind of like where I'm at with that. I mean, we're continuing to do updates to 3.0. I think a new version just dropped like a couple of days or last week. I think it was 3.06. I heard a couple of people having some issues with it. So if you are having issues with 3.06, go back to 3.05. That's easy, but let me know. You know what I mean? Drop me a Discord saying, hey, I'm having a problem. You know, I updated and this is what's going on. I mean, of course, good questions get good answers. If you're just going to rant to me, I'll probably look at it. You know what I mean? But like, if you guys have some constructive stuff, I mean, I'm looking on Reddit and other things. I'm seeing stuff that's going on there. You're not going to see me more or less post public replies on stuff like that, but I'm definitely reading a lot of it. You know what I mean? And we put this feedback in our meetings that we have with our HQ team, as well as within, you know, the US office here, about talking about stuff that's going on. You know what I mean? So, and I always like to use the live stream here as a good door for you guys too. You guys all know me. If you don't, hey, welcome in. I know we had some new followers today, but a lot of you guys been here for a long time. And yeah, if you guys have any particular situations, you know, try to not write me a wall of text, but give me the idea as far as like what's going on. And just remember, I got to check and test these kind of things. And motherboards and USB, there's so many other fun little problems that can go on, but hey, that's the fun part of my job, because I do like trying to figure out the impossible. I mean, it's kind of like a thing. I'm like addicted to it. You can't do that. Why can't I do that? You know, and I'm like, well, what do you need to do that? You know what I mean? I have that problem mentally, but I think that does kind of help me a good bit with my job. And I do like to stretch the boundaries of certain things and or just try to justify how certain things work. People understand one way, but we made it another way and just didn't explain it well. And that's kind of on us to do that. So try to find those things out so I can try to explain it once I wrap my head around your question in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, either way, something comes up, if it's software related, if it's a screen, it's a fan, AIO, RGB strip, RGB fitting, you know what I mean? try to help you guys out as much as I can. You know what I mean? You got me on Discord. Don't need to send me a friend request to send me a DM. If you want to just shoot me a DM, absolutely no problem. We also have our Discord, always open for discussions. You know what I mean? We don't do official support there. So don't be like, hey, I need help. You know, I mean, we got customer service for that. But like, dude, on the real, if you want to know what's going on from a guy that's touched just about everything, and I take pride in that here at Thermaltake, I always try to help out if I can. But again, good questions get good answers, man, always. You know what I mean? Ring fans for the win, dude. I mean, being someone that was with the company early on and just having that Ring fan come out that one CES was just like, wow, I'm really with a pretty sick company that I mean, we created the circular ring fan that more or less everybody else did then after. Cheers to us. But that's all changed now. You know what I mean? It's 2026. Just like, what was it? What did I put on the stream? In the little thing. What did I was saying? I put the little quote from Vision because I was getting Vision vibes from Marvel with this case. Let me see, where was the thing? Oh wait, no. I forgot what I put. I put something funny though. I liked it. I hope you liked it. I hope it got you here. I hope you waffled. I haven't had an issue with 306.4 at all, to be honest. Good. I don't think it's everybody, but either way, you know what I mean? Issues rather, I got nothing in crash temps. Well, that's always a positive, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad you know about that. You know what I mean? Because log files and such can figure out what's going on. If you got to understand from my perspective too, we recreate the issue. Even if we can recreate the issue, I might not have your motherboard, but it all kind of comes down to certain things. And it's like, the first thing is I'm going to just see if I can recreate it on whatever. If I can, then that means it's more of a critical issue than an intermittent issue, right? But if I'm working great, because I use this stuff every single day, both at work and at home. So I know a little bit because I touch it a lot. So I can have a good understanding, but there's always some fun little things that can happen too. And sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're not. I mean, I ran into an issue with, what was it? It was our sim tools that we use for the motion system, right? And within the app, when you have it, I mean, you can have it set to auto start with Windows, right? Because that's what I want to do, because we're doing an event and I want it easy. But the one problem I had was I couldn't get the app to auto detect the game. There was a little box. I checked the little box, but every time I rebooted, that little box would not be checked. Drove me nuts for days. I was like, why is it doing this? Why is it doing this? Why can't, there's no save option either, right? You would check the box and click home, and then, you go back there to options and you're like, okay, it's checked. Everything's cool. Turn the system off, turn the system back on, unchecked. I'm sitting there just going, why? And then it dawned on me. I was like, oh yeah, maybe I should run this as administrator. And guess what? Because this was like an LCGS pre-built system, right? Like I didn't have, it's not like my system. It's not like all the law, you know what I mean? Like it's just like a pre-built system. I put on what I need on it because it's going to do what I needed to do. And I was like, oh yeah, I should run this as administrator. So I checked the box for administrator, ran the app. Oh no, I checked the box for administrator and then I ran the app, checked the box, shut it down, turned the PC off, rebooted. PC came back up, box was now checked. I was like, all right, cool. Did it again. Box still checked. I'm like, why didn't I think of this earlier? So sometimes it can be some weird things. And even myself, I can run into things where I'm thinking of 10 other things at the same time because I'm setting up all these sim rigs and we're trying to make sure that this track and this car and this lines up and this works and the way everybody's going to be able to scan to play and all that. I mean, it's so cool how we have this set up. I really like the software that we got working with this company. And I think it's working out pretty well. I'm super excited to see how it works in action, But dude, it was like simple stuff like that. Like run it as administrator, Mike. That's all I needed to do. That's all I needed to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're going to have a lot of info on that. I'll keep you guys posted if we go forward with a build on the View 330, or maybe we'll switch over to TR200. I'll know more about that next week, and I'll make the announcement for the stream on Wednesday. But either way, we should have a stream next Wednesday with more fun, more waffles, and more Thermaltake visions here on the stream and stuff like that. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, again, dude, if you guys have questions, man, I'm always open. You got my number on Discord. Feel free to hit me up if you have anything. If you want to DM me or you want to post into that, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You don't want it to make an open discussion? Don't make it an open discussion. I'm not going to blast you on Discord. I could care less about that. You know what I mean? I'm just here to help. I'm just here to help. But yeah. It's already after 3, and I got some stuff that I got to run to, guys. So I am going to jump out of here. You guys have a great rest of your week. Sorry to cut stuff a little short. Hope you guys liked the Vision 330. Dude, super easy case. I mean, it's literally 2 panels and a couple of filters. Take it off, ready to work. $100, available soon here from Thermaltake. Let's just do, oh yeah. I always like this, let's see, because I didn't have the website at first. It is on global, so you can still see all the info there. But wait, let me get back to US. Let me get US. Wait, where's US? Oh, wait, no, that's not US either. Okay, here, let me just close it all. Let me see if it's in here. All right, so 370 still up. TR100, the Wood series and all that. So TR200 and Vision 330 should be the next cases you should see if you go over to thermaltake.com. Well, that was like my head right there. That was funny. You'll see here's the TR200s, and then right here is the new Vision 330s if you want to take a look at the specs and learn a little bit more about it. All right. You guys have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for being here on another wonderful Waffle Wednesday. I hope you guys have even a better weekend. Wish me luck on getting everything set up for the sim stuff. We should have everything shipping out before stream next week. So I got to go double check, make sure everything's good to go as we're getting stuff set up. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for jumping in, guys. All right. We'll see you soon. Laters.
Mike the camel in his workshop grinding, sawdust flying, circuits winding. He's got waffles stacked, syrup dripping, PC parts on the bench, ideas flipping. Wednesday's here, it's the vibe he craves. Hump day glory, camel waves, happy hump day. Mike shouts loud, waffles in one hand, he's feeling proud. PC builds, oh what a display. Mike's the king of hump day. He's strutting his style, floppy disks piled up in a messy file. Pixels flash, screens ignite. Mike's got a workshop that glows all night. Yeah, every screw, every wire. His art, Wednesday's magic fuels his heart. Happy hump day, Mike shouts loud. Waffles in one hand, he's feeling proud. PC builds, oh what a display. Mike's the king of hump day.